Oh, crap, I'm recording. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. Get ready for this. In the last episode, we explored more of the Black Sea, exploring this section of it, encountering a few sea serpents, running into the savages a bit, and eliminating a massive underground cavern filled with spiders. That was great! We then came back to this location. Sold a few stuff, I've re-outfitted ourselves with enough bullets to get going, and we're going to go out exploring some more. Although I just realized I've only got 2 mechanical repair kits, and I've got to use one right now. So let's double back and buy a few more repair kits before we go downstairs into the Ark Island Keep and see Professor Oldfield, because he's been wanting to talk to us about something important, and we don't know what it is. So it's probably in relation to the next task that we have to do, since he asked us to go into the Nexus of Technology, and also into the Horticulture Center, possibly. So we'll see what place he wants us to enter next. First, though, here we are. So, I still am carrying around a few crossbows. We'll leave those at home, too. So I'm interested in repair kits, and I'm going to take 3 of these, and I'll take 5 more of these. Thank you, Waddleman. Alright. So, do we have a paycheck waiting for us? I don't think we do, but we'll go and check really quick anyway. Marcus, do I have a paycheck? Let me see, Decker. Here you go. He hands you 500 Stygian coins. I'll keep your coins safe for coins. 1-to-1 deal. Who can say no to that? Ignore him. Right, catch you later, Marcus. Nice. Okay, so we did have a paycheck. While we're here, we should see the doctor, Dr. Savage. We could use a little more morphine. Oh, actually, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We might run out of it where I intend to go next. We'll be exploring the passages that lead away from Ark Island Keep. And they'll end up taking us to pirates. And we'll probably go through 1 to 4 morphines during the upcoming battles. But then we'll come back here and resupply. Alright, so let's get down there. I still feel bad for all the mutagen NFT members down here. Man, you guys remember when I was playing with Gabriel and I gassed the free drones? Man. I think I put it up to a vote to you viewers. And in the end, you guys were like, yeah, gas them. Like, let's see what happens. And, I didn't want to do it. What a miserable way to die. But I'm glad I did in the end. It was good to get that point of view from the chemical assault unit. Holy crap, I remembered the name of them. Alright. Anyway, here we are. Here's Professor Oldfield. Let's talk with him. Decker, here you are. What did you want to talk to me about, Professor? Well, first and foremost, I have to admit that I am, how shall I express myself? Overjoyed with how you've performed so far. That is no hyperbole, however you say that word. What you've done for this expedition in such a short time period is nothing short of incredible. I hear that so often it's starting to get a bit boring. I get to say it so rarely. I find it refreshing. Now let us move on to a more pressing subject. I need to speak to you about the expedition. Didn't we already have that conversation? We did, but there are things you haven't been told yet. Important things. Classified things. The reason we are having this talk in private and not over the Navcom is that we simply cannot risk what I'm about to tell you being overheard by the wrong ears. I understand, Professor. Top secret. I had no doubt you would. Only Chief Briggs and I know this, so in case something dire happens to me, you can freely speak to him. He takes a sip of water from a plastic bottle before proceeding. So far, you have been searching through the Lemurian facilities somewhat blindly, relying on the little data we could offer and the things you discover yourself. Everything you've unearthed so far is of great value. But there is something of the greatest value here. There is a primary goal of this expedition, and now you're going to hear it. I'm all ears. I will start at the beginning. 2 years ago, I acquired a document. An old world document, signed by Albert Sir, Director of Frontier Research Department at New Frontier Technologies. The document was heavily damaged, but still contained priceless information. The old world was on its deathbed, rapidly becoming less and less capable of supporting life. Each of the supercorporations were seeking their own ways to survive, and this document describes NFT's solution to the problem at hand. 4 distinct artificial habitats were to be established, large enough to support thousands, if not millions of people. 2 of those I could learn nothing about because of the damage the document had suffered. But the information regarding the other 2 had luckily been spared. One of those 2 habitats is this cavern. It's C. Its name was unknown to me then, but I know it now. Lemuria. While the other one is called Horizon. What is a horizon? Well, the original meaning of the word horizon is where the surface and sky meet. Whereas now we mostly use it to mean a limit, to knowledge, to understanding. You see, on the surface, there is an unimaginable amount of space above the ground, just vast illuminated emptiness as far as the eye can see, and one doesn't even have to lift his head in most cases. He smiles, his eyes gleaming. This space used to be called the sky. Somewhere, at some point, where the surface meets the sky, lies Horizon. I'm surprised that they don't have at least any pictures of what it was like on the surface. We've found some encyclopedia fragments, so maybe it would look weird to us, but at least we would have something we could compare the doctor's words with. The document did not contain its location, but it did offer a clue to reaching it. It mentioned large transportation machines, mobile habitats which can reach the remotest parts of the surface. After all, the goal of the NFT's project was to eventually reunite the people of the 4 habitats which were built far apart. There is no information on how these machines work exactly, but they have been linked to something called the ACONR, or Acorn, as it appears to be pronounced. This Acorn, whatever it is, an actual mobile habitat or merely part of it, or its key, is implied to be of paramount importance to reaching Horizon, the remotest of all 4 habitats, and perhaps to reaching the other 2 remaining. And the Acorn, it is here, in Lemuria. I am no fool. Horizon might not exist, or even if it did, it might have suffered the same fate as Lemuria. But Lemuria is real, and perhaps these machines are as well. Lemuria. If we can acquire one, maybe we can go beyond our own horizons and establish a new, better world. How to pronounce Lemuria? How do I do this, internet?
Lemuria.
Wow, okay. Really? Lemuria. He takes another sip of water and awaits reactions. The first time I've done that on screen. A few episodes ago, someone mentioned that I was saying the word incorrectly, and I've attempted to say it correctly, but I have not been. Lemuria. Okay. I'm going to get that wrong a few more times. Let me write this down here really quick. It's like oligarch. How I kept pronouncing that oligarch originally. Or, yeah, something of that sort. So, once someone brings to my attention that I am mispronouncing a word, I do attempt to figure out how to correctly say it, because I don't like mispronouncing it. One such word was chitin. I thought it was pronounced chitin. For decades, I had no idea I was pronouncing it wrong. So, Thank you for correcting me. Lemuria. Lemora. Lemuria? Lemora. There's no Lemora. I'll look it up again later. Fascinating, isn't it? You seem to have some sort of existential crisis there for a little bit, Decker. Glad to see you're back with us now. Well, it is fascinating. It's also not what I expected. He nods. I hope you understand why this must be held in utmost secrecy. If any of the local factions knew what lies here, they might become motivated to compete with us. We are strangers here, and we are cut off and in a vulnerable position. We could never win against the likes of the core city oligarchy, for instance. You now know what your primary goal is. Keep your eyes peeled, but I'm sure they always are. Regarding your actual missions, we have 2 new locations I'd like you to investigate. The Mourne Health Center and the Joint Security Headquarters, coordinates F12 and I-1 respectively. The former is deep in pirate territory, the later deep in savage territory. What do you know about these places? Not much besides the obvious, I'm afraid. It's up to you to enlighten us. That's all I wanted to talk to you about, Decker. Best of luck, and keep in mind what we discussed here. Oh, and I almost forgot. The evacuation tunnels in the Ark Island Keep are now open. No sect troopers have been sent in yet to investigate them. You can be the first if you so wish. Got it, Professor. Time to get going now. Farewell, Decker. I find it interesting that we are the one being tasked with getting everything for Agents Incorporated, or at least being the initial Alpha strike into these locations, as opposed to the Alpha Squadron, or Alpha Team, that came with this expedition, that work with Agents Incorporated. So they're relying upon us to do so. Okay, so I'm taking a few things that I left behind here. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can do this off screen. Okay, let's move on. Alright, well, let's see what's down here. After a brief walk, so some time passed down this passage. And the whole area, I suppose, this passage was still illuminated at least a little bit, but with these statues. Nothing on the security marine. 100 hacking to get into this door, but we have that. Let's see what's sealed behind it. Looks like some sort of water pump. I suppose that would have been important in this tunnel if any leaks or something happened. They could pump the water out and repair it. A focus stem. Amazing. A painting. 2 more oddity points of experience. And a laser sight, along with 2 bandages. Various wow, psionic components. Some of them very high level. A new oddity item. Lemco Cargo Manifest. This transport was carrying a whole bunch of servant parts. Wonder where it was bound to. Actually, it looks like it was bound to here. There are some servants here, but looks like they're deactivated. Ooh! Look at this shield. Efficient medium frequency shield emitter. Let's take that. And all of these repairs. Repairs. All these other repair kits. And we will do a little bit of inventory management. It's a decent assault rifle. It'll be worth selling. This is arguably better than my current shield. It holds an extra 15 energy in it. And the capacity, the amount it will absorb, is 729, compared to our current shield's 320, so it's twice as much shielding. It's a medium frequency shield emitter, so it's not designed to be used against sniper rifles. It won't block as much damage, but it's more efficient at blocking very low and low damage compared to our current one. Much more efficient at that. The difference between efficient and conservative shields is that the efficient shields have a much greater conversion rate. Basically, the damage that is applied is more evenly spread over, through the shield, and the energy is better, the damage to energy ratio is much better, so it'll last longer when you're under heavy fire. The conservative shields are better used if you plan to leave the shield on for a long period of time and are not sure if you will be attacked or not, as it drains very slowly. And then you have amplified shields. The amplified shields are very inefficient at taking hits. Like a single, maybe like 2 pistol shots from a .44 Magnum would drain the entire shield. But the shield would also probably absorb 100% of that damage, letting none of it pass to you. So it all depends upon what you view shields as being used for. If you only need the shield for a single round to stop a sniper rifle round from killing you, an amplified shield is what you want to use. In my case, I tend to use shields when I feel I'll be hit with grenades or burst fire, in which case efficient is what I prefer to use. But sometimes I'll still use a conservative shield if I know there's enemies around and they might get 1 or 2 pot shots off against me, but those might not hit, in which case it's a more efficient use of my batteries. There's some decent weapon parts in here. I'll take the shotgun tube extension. Actually, we could use this box to store stuff. Now, what's interesting to me about these boxes, everyone, is, as you know from several videos ago, I am reshooting a few of these. I ended my previous recordings around Port Crag, which we will get to today. And what I'm finding interesting is that the loot in these boxes is the same. It has not randomly generated different loot for me here. This makes me think that when the game creates itself, like the world, the things you'll find in that world are set in stone for the different boxes, crates, or what have you. But the creatures, the siphoners that we killed earlier, they did drop different siphoner leathers than the ones I had killed earlier. So maybe enemies drop random loot upon them being killed, but what spawns inside crates and boxes is fixed upon world creation. There's also a bug here, everyone, which I found when I had done this area a little bit before. Watch what happens when we click on this electric lock. We go into the wall, and we're stuck in the wall. We can't get out of it. But well, we can. We just have to hit the electronic lock again. Then we can walk out. It doesn't do that from this angle. I've already recorded a video on it to report the bug to Stygian Software. One of the smallest glitches that no one probably will ever experience except for me, because I shut the doors to everything that I open, and no one else does that sort of thing. Okay, well, let's see what we got in here. Low-level regenerated vest. Nothing in that cabinet. Psionic headband. Probably not... How much does it weigh? That's worth taking. Ezra will buy psionic headbands to my recollection. I see you, hermit crab. Let's see what else was inside this room. Another water pump over here. It was probably some distance from the last place. Wow, yeah, look how far we traveled. All the way to Port Crag. Nothing really worth it in this box. Uh, 27.62 WTC rounds. Those will be nice. The Advanced Electric Repair Kit. A utility keycard. The Marion Evacuation Tunnels. An integrated circuit card, still in relatively good condition. This must allow us to access that other room we had passed. We hacked our way into it. Speaking of hacking, our device could use some recharging. Please bring your right hand close to the panel for identification. Use Phil's severed arm. Authenticating. Welcome, P-Breaches. Unlocking. Great. Archive. Oh, it is an archive! Okay. Interesting. When I've done this in the past, I assumed it was an archive. I don't remember that sign out front. And it is. We're going to find lots of blueprints in this area once we're able to get past its guardians. That electronic lock is not responding to us. Handmaiden and another strongman. We don't have the strength required to open this gate. We do have some bison milk. We could drink that to give me the strength, but I'm going to pass on that. There's no, I don't believe there's anything really worthwhile behind. Well, you know what, Tim? Why don't you do it anyway? I don't remember if there's an audio item back here or not. I don't think there is. Oh, I mean, this is worth some cash. We'll take that. Decent quality electromagnetic steel stabilizer, an okay plasma core. Okay, this was worth it, actually. Oh, value-wise, it says the bison milk's not something we'll get again for some time. But who cares? Ooh, look at this place. Beautiful-looking pillars. Some deactivated knocker protectors, and we have plasma turrets scattered around the room. All of it's deactivated. That's generally not a good thing. When the lights mysteriously come on when you arrive at a certain spot in this hallway. I see a computer down here, so let's go and investigate this quick. And another box which we can open. Recharge our Hacksaw MK3. What have we got? Decent motion tracking goggles, actually. 82% detection. Some batteries and some EMP grenades. Nothing in the desk. Grand Archive Vestibule. Welcome, P-Bridges. Auto Turret Defense System. Auto Turret Defense System. Status offline. Enable it, please. Enabling. Error. Random text. Looks like there's a hamster face there. Looks like it's trying to punch a door down, from what I can see, or like punch a window. If the add key would be its fist. Let's enable the auto turret defense system by hacking into this device, into this computer. Enabling. Detecting turrets. Activating. Done. Auto turret activation procedure completed. Error. Wow. Rebooting. Grand Archive Vestibule. Welcome, P. Bridges. Alright, let's exit. That would be a little creepy. We're gonna take all these bullets. If it had been worded just slightly differently. I heard something move or shift as well briefly up there. Okay, well, none of the Nega Protectors are moving around. All the plasma turrets are active, are friendly at least as well, so that's good. Unauthorized personnel detected. Initiating security lockdown. Alright, everyone. So this room is, if I recall correctly, a bit notorious. On normal difficulty, we fight 2 Naga Protectors. It's one of the few... There's like one other area in the game I can think of that you have to fight multiple of these at the same time. I believe on hard, you fight 3. And I think on dominating, you gotta fight all 4. I can't imagine fighting 4 of them. 2 of them is difficult enough. Alright, so... let's proceed to... Let's move a bit up. And we're going to use our strange medallion on this one. And hide behind this pillar. We're going to use some morphine. Because we're probably going to take a bunch of damage here. Notice how little damage the Naga Protectors took from those plasma turrets. They are extremely resistant to flame, and don't suffer a great deal of damage from energy weapons either. We'll use our pistol to help us with this. But first we'll move up, and we'll go ahead and use Exposed Weakness here. We actually inflicted 83 points of physical damage to it, which is respectable. Doesn't look like it takes any significant amounts of electrical damage either. We will use some adrenaline. And I'm going to go ahead and use bullet time here as well. Not bad. We destroyed that Naga Protector in a single round. Run around the corner. Deactivate our shield. We can't reload our pistol yet. Okay. Let's move up. Reload. I would like to use Gung Fu, but that means running right up to it, and I don't want to stand in front of it, or we'll get pummeled by this creature. It'll attack us physically twice, and I don't remember how much damage it does, but I'm pretty sure if it crits with one of those hits, it could, if it won't outright kill us, we'll be very badly hurt, and our morphine is about to expire this round. I plan just to dash around the corner, so we'll just take a few pot shots at it. The Protector wisely is using all of his action points to chase me. It doesn't care about those turrets. They're not doing significant damage to it. Let's move up. You know, I did bring this grenade with me. For this reason. But I've already almost brought it to half its life, so we'll try to finish it off without using that EMP grenade. And Gung Fu's helping us do the damage that we need to do to destroy the protector. Alright, well that was not so bad. Alright, well, let's search these. We got lucky! First off, we get another 2-point oddity item with another holographic fire projector, and this one drops some actual super steel. Quality 101! Mid-game super steel plates. 101 would probably get you through all of the content in the base game up into the Institute of Chort, if you were looking for some decent super steel plates. These Cave Hopper leather tabby boots were actually made with super steel plates quality 111 and Cave Hopper leather 61. I know there's a chance that they can drop super steel. I've never gotten anything higher than quality, I think, like 84 from them, though. So I didn't think it would get so high. And what did this have in it? Some batteries and a plasma discharger. Access denied. Alright, let's go back over this way. Security. Verifying clearance. Warning. Yes? Lift in, lift in, lift in. Lockdown lifted. Success. Success. Done, I think. Alright, let's see what we fought for. Oh, very beautiful. Even with the water here. Actually, the water makes it look more pretty. But we can see a bunch of different console systems and crates, all inaccessible thanks to being underwater. And the blueprints are probably ruined that they would have possessed. A statue holding a broken spear with messy, corroded wires dangling out of its shaft. And over here? A statue holding a beautifully sculpted spear. On closer inspection, you discover that the spear just might be removable. Oh, well, we got the strength to do it. Lemoria Spear. Lemoran Spear. In addition to being equipped with an energy edge emitter, the head of this strange spear can also open to reveal a miniature plasma cannon. I think this is supposed to represent those energy batons? I don't know what, I guess you would call them spears or scepters that were used in Stargate by the Anubis Guardians, for example. It's a pretty neat idea for a spear, actually. We won't use it. We'll just vendor it, but it's also worth 20,000 value, so that's nice. I wonder how this compares with other spears. I wonder what type of skill it uses for you to use the ranged effect. Probably guns? You know, we can charge it. If I'm going to charge it, I'm going to charge it all the way, just because I can. It's a waste, I know. Yes, I know. But we're going to do it anyway. We have 7 strength. What does it look like? Looks like a normal spear. We would need a target to actually shoot with it to determine how effective it's going to be, though. I can't target the ground. And we need a... Oh, we only need a 6 strength to actually hold it, but our strength is actually normally 5. Is that right? Oh, it's 6 normally? It is. Oh! Yes, it is, because I wanted to wear riot armor for a little bit. Okay. Then we can at least hold on to the spear. We'll give it a try against some pirates. We'll be meeting a few of them up ahead. Plasma cells. Another negative protector diagnostic and configuration tool. A cone snail pen. We don't need either of those. The box has limited temporal increment, mental breakdown, and a new one. Plasma beam. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me what plasma beam does, but it sounds amazing. It's a blue psionic trainer. Requires metathermics 90. Unfortunately, we are not playing a psionicist, so that will do nothing for us. We've already gotten all the paintings we can study from. Now, I'm going to leave probably most of these blueprints here because we can't benefit from them, and they're not really worth much cash, even though they're worth almost nothing. I don't want the clutter in my inventory, but anything that we don't know how to create already, we will take. Even if we can't make it. We never learned how to make a bear trap? I guess we don't have traps, so why would we? Machete. You know, all those, that's shock bullets. Throwing net, thin mine case. We've already studied all the super strongman toys we can. Electronic repair kit, and that would be it. Alright, everyone. So the Grand Archive has now been explored. Let's go ahead and see now what was behind the other locked door. Sorry. Soda. Alright, so let's go and check this door. Oh, it wasn't locked. A ladder and some NFT supplies. Metal beams, and we can't interact with them from this side. We're probably also not strong enough to pry them out of this doorway. But judging from what's around us, it looks like we have reached pirate territory. Port Crag, the smaller of the pirate ports. So we can see a pirate pinner down there, and we saw briefly a dome banger. And they're on patrol. Okay. We could just drop down there with agility 1 and take a bunch of damage and be right in the middle of all those pirates and be slaughtered instantly. If we had agility 9, we could climb down. We're just shy of that, though, with agility 8. So we'll go through this door instead. And we've got that lock picking. You know, we didn't get a chance to say hello to our neighbors ourselves last time when they attacked to kill Professor Oldfield. Let's say hello to them. We could also apparently climb into this pipe if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. Also, judging from the amount of beds we see here, this is probably the barracks. Just wanted to make sure if there was someone on the other side of that door that we didn't waste 25 the game wouldn't dock us 25 action points for opening it. Oh, alright! Someone saw us. A dome banger. Let's move up into the room. Oh! I don't have the proper grenade on me either. I'm still using my EMP grenade. It's not going to help me here. A pirate sprayer and a pirate looter. Let's use expose weakness here. Does energy damage, not electrical damage. It did a good amount of damage to him as well. I'm not armed with the proper grenades to take on the dome banger, though. Let's stun him. I know this will just daze him, but that does remove some of his movement points. And we're going to slow down the sprayer. With our watch, we'll move around the corner, we'll activate sprint, and we'll move even more. Activate our shield, and see what they do. Okay. I think this is the shooting action. It must be based on guns. We have a 95% chance to hit them. How many action points is that? 25, so just as many action points as to swing it. And it does plasma damage, energy and heat types. We shouldn't need it to harm the looter. And I want to make sure she dies first. Let's use bullet time. Move up. We can take an aim shot at the sprayer. Actually, we can kill... Wow! We can kill the sprayer. Move down here. Reload our pistol. Need some mates here! Let's give this a try. Oh, we can only... Oh, we used... Oh, and it has a cooldown, so we can't fire it every single turn. That's it. You're a fish chomp. Oh, nope. You're a fish chomp, sir. Good insult, though. All right, I like it. It's good to know that this uses guns when you fire it, but we're not going to use it. We're going to stick with our power fist. At least at the moment. This is actually a very interesting weapon. It does good damage at a range, and we can fire it at range. It's tempting because we have an option to do different types of damage, energy and fire at range. But we have feats that would benefit us using our fist weapons, right? So we will, yeah, we'll stick with our power fist. And we're at the part of the game now where I think I can loot the bodies and break down components off screen. We don't need to do that on screen. What's in here? Another shield. A pistol that actually is worth a decent amount of cash. I'll take both of these. See what other treasures they were holding inside their lockers. Oh, I'm out of MK2 lockpicks. We had something like 60 of them a long time ago. My goodness. And I'm technically wasting the MK3s on these lockers. We don't need the additional lockpicking increase. Lockpicking is good enough to get these open. Oh, there's another MK2. Shock steel sledgehammer. That'll be worth a pretty penny fully repaired. We'll take it. Do we see what type of armor the dome banger's wearing? None. Or none that we can loot. And the looter... K2 lockpick. Was using a 7.62 weapon. Take that. And we're overburdened, everyone. So... I think what I do... is I go off screen... and I drag this stuff back... I drag this stuff back and sell it off screen. So I'll be right back, everyone. I'm going to go back to the camp and probably back to Core City. But I'll be right back and we'll play like another 20 minutes in the pirate base after I'm done selling this stuff. A few seconds. Alright, everyone. I'm back. I've sold some stuff back at Core City and Southgate Station. Left some other stuff to be sold on other locations. And we're back here at the pirate base to wipe out our neighbors. Because they're annoying. They play music too loud. They're disrespectful children are getting in the middle of the street and blocking our car when we're trying to leave. It's time to end them. So let's go ahead and get this done. Oh, hello. There's a pistol up here. We almost didn't get. What is that? A 5mm Neo Luger, so not really worth it. Oh, actually more worth it than the other pistol we picked up. Let's just leave that behind. Alright, so we've cleared out what I think is the upper floor of the barracks. Let's head on downstairs now and see how many more of them we have to kill. We have a pirate chopper. Okay, so we're going to go back upstairs and move here. And we're going to end our turn. Yep. So if you did not know, enemies will follow you through blue transition areas, but not through red ones. I thought I would be out of the melee range of the chopper, and I didn't think any other pirates would be able to fire at me, but one of them was able to. Alright, so let's activate our shield. And we might as well activate bullet time. And we'll just try to kill the chopper immediately. Move right up. Take that guy out. And I think there's more than just those two. So let's move a little further away. Pirate shotter. He's going to be too... So he's armed with metal... He's wearing metal armor. And I don't really want to end my turn next to him because of that shotgun. We'll take a few shots at him from long range. Actually, let's use our medallion. And then move away. I don't know if he was the last one, so I'm going to leave my shield on for a little bit. Nice. Killed him. He had a decent shotgun. Boat in a bottle. Another oddity point for us. Curved shock tungsten steel machete. That'll be worth a bunch of cash. A pirate junk jet key. I don't care. Actually, I guess we'll take it to help us get into a junk jet, but I don't really care about claiming one of the pirates' junk jets. We have the glow, after all. Let's see if there's any others down here. Oh, interesting. So, there might still be. None of the doors are opened. So, enemies don't shut doors, to my knowledge, after opening them. So, there might be another pirate in this area who we did not yet alert to our presence. We'll recharge our shield. Take out the ammo of the shotgun. And that jackrabbit. There is a blade slick. Alright, so let's move up, enter combat. Open this up. We'll take an aim shot at him. And move around the corner. Well, I don't know what that was, but it didn't hit us. It was probably a dagger. Some more cash. A bunch of other daggers we don't care about. And what are the pirates cooking for dinner? Looks like crab cakes. I don't know if I'd be willing to eat crab that has green ichor coming out of it, but to each their own, I suppose. Different strokes for different folks. Oh, anything in the barrel? Yes, nothing we want. Broken prosthetic leg. Some manner of primitive prosthetic device. It appears to be broken, though. Looks like a plunger to me, but I think it's supposed to be a peg leg. 1 odd experience point. Alright. On the other side of this door is a massive amount of pirates. Something like close to 10 of them. I guess that's not massive, but it's an impressive amount of them. So we're going to want to get ready for a protracted battle. We will be squaring off against, I think, 2 poppers, 1 pinner, 1 sprayer, 1 carver, 1 blade slick, 2 looters, 2 deucers, I think, are out there. So, because of the sheer amount of them and the amount of firepower it's going to be leveled our way, we're going to use our efficient shield now. Because I have no doubt we'll be fired upon at every single turn. We activate our shield, take some morphine, and then step outside and see how to do this. Oh, and grenades. I'm going to equip our flashbangs for this. You know what? I'm going to equip our flashbangs and some MK3 frags. And I guess we'll recharge our strange medallion while I'm looking at it. Okay. Let's quick save again, and let's do this. Shield up. Morphine. We are directly next to a dome banger. Okay. There's a... Oh, stormers are what they are, not sprayers. Okay. I think we just charge right up. There's a sprayer and a deucer down there. But I think since we're right next to this stormer, we're going to rapid fire her. Oh, holy crap, I hate you for making me have to take 5 shots to kill you. We move up. We use sprint. And charge in this direction. We want to kind of get out of the line of sight of this deucer, which we can't do anywhere over here. That was a popper. Oof, we took a critical hit there, but the morphine saved us. Let's take some drugs to heal us. I'm going to run up on these 2, and we're going to stun the popper. It gives me more movement. Oh, I can't move around this jerk. Okay, let's move over here. We need to get out to that deucer's line of fire. I'm going to shoot this barrel. Put some damage on both of them. We'll take a long-range shot on this. Actually, it's the popper we need to kill. We'll dash around the corner. And reload. Pop around the corner again. Domer, Dome Banger, they're both okay. Let's have some Vitality Powder. Giving me 25 action points, 40% more dodge and evasion, and plus 4 strength for 2 rounds. We'll move up, and we'll miss our exposed weakness. Alright, good, those are both dead. We'll take a few pot shots. Actually, we will not. We'll run around the corner again. There's another sniper, and there's a cross. Yep, there's a pinner here as well. And I don't want to get an electric bolt fired into me, which paralyzes me, and then get aim shot by that sniper rifle while the deucer fills me full of holes. So we don't want any of that nonsense. We are now fatigued and energy drained, so we're losing life, and our action points are decreased. Interesting. The Vitality Powder doesn't give us 4 rounds of exhaustion, just 3 rounds. I know that other sniper's coming to investigate us. Unfortunately for her, she lost the initiative roll. Right, now we can take off our shield. And I think that's all the mobile enemies in this area. We'll recharge this stuff. We'll put on this. We didn't need to use our flashbangs. You know, I've been thinking more and more that we don't even... Grenades are something I probably won't be relying on even as much as I currently have been. We've been super lucky with where most of the grenades have ended up landing when I've been using them. And I don't think it would be wise for us to be tempted. Well, then again, Tim, if you're on like a winning streak, you should keep at it. Okay, I'm going to use this box to hold the pirate loot that I don't want to carry on me. Okay, let's clear out the other deucer that's here. I think there's a second deucer somewhere around here as well. So they have one guarding the internal dock and another out here on the outside of their port. I think we've got the movement that we can move up, fire, and move away. Oh! This reminds me. Who was it that had left the comment for me? I had been earlier trying to use gas grenades with Gabriel and with Decker, and I had a bad habit of using gas grenades, throwing them when combat had already started, and it takes about 3 to 4 turns for the gas to be in an efficiently large AoE as to begin affecting enemies, because it takes a while for the gas to disperse from the canister. And I think Redvenge pointed out that deucers don't move, so they are a fantastic enemy to use like cryo grenades at, or toxic grenades on them. Yep, it was Redvenge. So yeah, awesome. I would, that's a great target. They're not going to move, so those grenades will just do as much damage as possible before the gas fades from them. Now, I don't have any more gas grenades on me. We should probably use W2C rounds for this. And let's make sure there's no other enemies here. It's kind of a mistake, Tim, to use that as a quick heal if you suspect there are more enemies here. And we don't see any, but I'm pretty... Yep, there is a deucer. So we won the initiative roll. Over here. I can fire at him 3 times. And man, these guys, I feel really bad for these guys. He'll never get up out of his gun turret. He'll just sit there, letting you plink away at him until he's finally quite dead. And I think this fight has shown that we don't really need the Death's Grin. The Secret Goggles will be good enough. Actually, a fantastic choice to make between the 2 pieces of headgear. Because we're not ever going to be, or we'll very rarely be swung at in melee. And I think these guys have 44. 0.44 rounds. Wow, armor-piercing rounds, too, on this guy. Man, that would have torn up a jet ski if one had tried to drive by here. Alright, everyone, so is that it for Port Crag? There's more to explore over here, but not very much. Actually, there is this area, too. We'll explore the rest of this in the next episode. And off-screen, I'm just going to loot the bodies here and move things around. So when we come back, we'll be back here at Port Crag with all the corpses cleaned up, and we'll continue to explore it. So I'll see you guys in the next episode where we do that. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.